Nerd Reactor, roll out.
Okay, so one of my favorite lines in Bob Trevino Likes It is when John Leguizamo's character says to Barbie Ferreira's character that we're all a bit broken, and you know what? You're going to be fine. And like I take that as like let's say we're not feeling there, but everything at the end is going to turn out fine. And I was wondering for you if you ever felt a moment where you felt like, I don't know how I feel, but then you push through and then at the end you're like, oh, wow, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been definitely had some lows in my life where I thought that was going to be it, and I thought, and luckily I've had, in a way, in a weird way, I've had so many lows that I do know that they aren't the end now, But I've had to kind of find that within myself, and I think in a way, I found that through my Facebook dad, and I found it through a lot of my chosen family, that I found over the years, and so I hear their voice in my head now when I have those moments that it's going to be okay, and I'm not alone, and Maya Angelou has that quote that she had that quote when she steps out on stage, she's never alone. When if she's speaking to people, if she's whatever work she was creating, she took everybody that was ever kind to her with her. And I feel that now. I feel that I can go do these things and it's never about just me. I get to take all these people that have just been kind for the sake of being kind, and we're not alone.
Oh yeah. Especially with this movie, and I think for me, I've been watching a lot of like films where it's about chosen families and getting to see like, it's about the actions of people instead of just being blood related.
Yeah.
And so what was that like for you in terms of like the message of like it's okay to just forget the past and then just move on to focus on the person that's there for you now.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of films out there that say, "Oh, you need to forgive your family, even if they're toxic or they're abusive." It says, "Oh, that the healing is in the forgiveness." And I think there's major healing in boundaries. Boundaries are not a bad thing. They can feel selfish when you've been a people pleaser. They can feel odd. It can be exhausting to put up a boundary when you've been used to giving everything to people that take advantage or aren't really looking out for your best interest. So yeah, I think I like to say that this movie is about learning to let go of the people that continually hurt you to make room for the people that want to love you. Because sometimes we keep going back to the same place. They say, "Oh, don't go to the hardware store for milk," and get there and wonder why they don't sell milk. It's a little absurd. But it's okay to say, "This is what you can do, and I'm going to put you over here, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to be seen and loved and valued by this community and these people, these folks, and I'm going to see them and value them, and that's what family is." And you're not limited to the small group that you're born to. It's great if you can have that wonderful, healthy relationship with them, but we're not limited to that. And if we could just begin to see all of us as potential family, I think it'd be a much better place to be.
Oh yeah, and I have to ask you about getting John Leguizamo and Barbie Ferreira. So, what was that like in terms of just like your thought process? Like these are the two that I want to be in this movie.
Yeah, I think I was saying Barbie's name like 10 times a day, like a broken record, you know? And I was like, we get it. You want Barbie? We get it. We're figuring it out. We're gonna go to her. And I was like, can we go to her now? Can we go to her now? She is incredible. I had to put the movie, we made the movie ourselves, and so we had to put it together and kind of get ready for her. I knew she was going to relate to it. She has such incredible work in Euphoria and incredible work on Pregnant. And this is a weird combination of that vulnerability and humor and childlike awe in one character. And the minute I sat down with her, I knew she was the one. I knew it before I even sat down with her. She just proved it in person as well. And she's not only a wonderful actress, but a phenomenal human being as well. So, which I really do look for. I want to work with, I kind of have a no jerk policy. And John Leguizamo is just one of the best hearts in the world too. We made the offer to him. I had to get a casting director to go to him, and we did. And luckily he responded, and they said he'll meet with you. And I was like, not on the internet. I'm gonna fly there. Like I need to. This is too important. So I flew there, and the minute I sat down with him, just like Barbie, it was like I'd known him my whole life. I think by the third or fourth time, he kind of hit my shoulder and said, "Oh yeah, bro, yeah, bro." I was like, "Okay, I think we're gelling. I think we're vibing. I think he's gonna do this."
I love it. But yeah, Tracy, it's been a pleasure chatting with you, and yeah, can't wait for when the movie comes out and everyone gets to check it out.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much.